Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, which may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a brief lesson, speaking on this wicked pagan holiday, known as Thanksgiving, which we call it, Thanksgiving, man. Because what you're going to find out, for those of you that don't know, is that this wicked holiday, man, evolves around the destruction of the Native Americans, man. You see? The first Thanksgiving is noted where these Europeans, these Edomites, celebrated over the destruction and the massacre of over 700 Pequot Native Americans, man. And Lord willing, I got some information I want to get into, and tie it all together through the Spirit and, prophesy against Mount Seir, man, as we've been commanded, pursuant to Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, man. And you stupid, sottish, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that join yourself, to these wicked feast days, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is not pleased with you, man. And this is why you're going to receive the condemnation, that the wicked is going to receive. Why? Because you're joined unto him, physically, mentally, and spiritually. You see? You 2/3 are looked at as heathens, man. Why? Because you keep practicing the ways of the heathen. You keep learning and exercising the ways of the heathen, which we've been commanded not to do. Pursuant to Jeremiah, we've been commanded to learn not the ways of the heathen, man. That's a commandment. See? Why? Because you find yourself going off, worshiping idols, and being completely filthy. See? And this is why there's a visitation coming for you right along with Evil E. You're going to be joined to him. You're going to be joined to that visitation. It tells you that in Isaiah 13, man. Isaiah 13 and 15. All that should be found, should be thrust through. You see, matter of fact, let's start there real quick through the Spirit. Isaiah, real quick. 13. What's Isaiah 13 and 15? Let me start from verse 1. Real quick, Isaiah 13 and 15, it reads, the burden of Babylon, man. See that? The burden of Babylon. This is talking about Mystery Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America. You see, this is not talking about modern day Iraq. This is talking about Babylon, America, man. That's that place spiritually, Sodom and Egypt, right? Spoken of in Revelations 11, which Isaiah, the son of Amos, did see. Now check this. I'm going to jump down to verse 15, and it reads, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them, unto those of Babylon, these heathen, man, shall fall by the sword, man. You see? And that sword comes in many shapes, forms, and fashions, man. From a syringe, right? A needle. That's why a lot of you stupid so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans went down to the to your neighboring clinic and got that juice. Right, you got all types of abomination flowing through your veins, right? And it goes from a needle all the way to a missile, that sword, and everything in between. You see, food, and this man Esau weaponized the food, he weaponized the air, the water, right? The modern day sword is the gun, you see, but there's levels to it. You see, and when you start to peel back the onion, what you're going to find out, is the famine that's coming. That's likened unto a sword, man. See? Which is a killing instrument. You see that? Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to visit you, heathen, starting with Esau, with the sword. And the sword in its perfection is the missiles. And it's saying here, everyone that is joined unto them, man. And you, Jake, that can't let this nigga go, that when you keep on celebrating his holiday, guess what? You're going to receive that condemnation, man. You see, because Yahweh Bashim Yahushua not happy with these pagan practices, man, that you're joining yourself to. Let's get this real quick. The book of Amos, chapter 5. And verse 21, and it reads, I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies, man. You see that? You Jake's not coming in order. Exercising the ways of these heathen, man. The Lord's not pleased with that. We're supposed to be rehearsing the righteous acts, okay, and returning back to the obedience of the scriptures, man. Exercising the fruits of the Spirit. See, because what you're going to find out, you joining yourself to Thanksgiving, you're joining yourself to the destruction of our people by the hands of evil E. Let's get this article real quick. And Lord willing, this is not going to be long. I just want to touch on this real quick. Right, this is from delish.com. All right, now the title reads, and now this has been updated October 30th, 2023, right? The title reads, The Dark Truth Behind the Origins of Thanksgiving. All right, now we're going to just skim through this a little bit. We're not going to read this whole thing in its totality because it's quite a big read. But Lord willing, as usual, I'll leave it in the description box for you Akim and Akwab to read into it. You know, let's get this real quick. Most Americans are taught the same story about Thanksgiving, that pilgrims sat together with Native Americans to share a meal and thank them for helping with a successful first harvest. Right, that's the baloney that you're taught in school, man. That, you know, the Native Americans sat with the pilgrims and they had a great time and they were laughing and talking over turkey stuffing and pastries. And you see, that's a lie. Check this out. Bonus point of the story you learned also includes an appearance from Squanto or a lesson in fertilizing crops with fish, but most popular retelling of the first Thanksgiving have been proven to be riddled with mistruths. While you may know that on some level what's not often discussed is the truth about the holiday's history and the effect it has on many Native Americans, man. You see that? And we're going to jump down real quick. Let me see something real quick so we can get to the point. Let me see here. Let me jump down a little bit more to get to the point. Here we go. This is what I want right here. All right. As the Smithsonian points out, discussions of this event are often centered around the settlers, but Native Americans had been on the land for centuries before. Right? And we know that pursuing this, 2nd Ezra 13. Going into the 10 lost tribes when they took that journey to Arsareth, which is America. You see? And we have proof of this. You know? You have the Lost Lunar Stone in Mexico. Right? There's another stone as well. Forgot, it slips my mind at this time. You know, but it's evident that we were here. Native Americans were here, man, for hundreds of years before these Europeans showed up, man. All right, this is proof. You see, again, that lost lunar stone, and it proves that we're Israelites as well, because that lost lunar stone, okay, has the 10 Commandments on it, man, with Yahweh's name on it, the Most High. You had an Edomite scholar prove that. See, there's a beautiful video that the beloved Elder Kazak did some time ago going into that. Let's continue on. But Native Americans had been on the land for centuries before, and the story from their perspective obviously far predates this feast. When Europeans began coming to what is known as the United States, about 4 years before the Mayflower arrived, they carried foreign illnesses which killed Native people at exceedingly high rates. And you don't think they knew that? That was part of biological warfare, man. Evil East always been exercising biological warfare, man. You see, this nasty nigga came over here from Europe carrying all types of ailments, man. You see, trading with the natives, knowing that they're gonna get them sick, brought a plague upon them, man. And you're telling me that this is not a cursed people, man? See, this nigga was built to take peace from the earth, man. As we read in Revelations 20. What's that? Revelations the 20th chapter, I believe. Oh no, that's Revelation Salakia. Now that's Revelation 6 and 4. This nigga was built to do these things, man. He is. That's why scriptures say he is as death. He brought death with him. When he came over, he brought death. Death was in him, just reeking off him. All he had to do was come around Jake, and Jake started getting sick. This nigga sneezing and coughing. You know what I mean? Trading Jake dirty clothes and shit. You know, vessels and stuff like he had his nasty hands on, man, carrying illness. You see, this man is as death. Let's continue on. That then made it easier for colonizers to take over these lands, right? There's also the fact that settlers came to the land to kidnap and sell Native Americans into slavery. See, this is well-known history, man. This nigga was taking Native Americans off of this land and shipping them to Europe. And then what? A couple hundred years later, what did this nigga do? He insisted on stealing Southern Kingdom off of the northern and western coast of Africa because they were fleeing Roman persecution. They had settled there. Guess what? Stole them and then executed a triangular slave trade. Esau's got to pay for these things, man. Esau's got to pay for these things, man. And he's going to. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is preparing him for blood as I make this lesson. Right? Let's get a little bit more. Hold on. Let me see here. Let me see. Khan, I want this right here. Let's get this. And again, I'm gonna leave this information up for you, beloved Akiam and Akwaf, Abba Rataza, so you can read through it thoroughly, But there was a couple of key points I wanted to point out. Right, check this out. From then on, pilgrims celebrated Thanksgiving in their tradition, way of fasting and praying, according to the New Yorker. Several times this happened because of the massacres of native people, including in 1637, when Massachusetts colony governor John Winthrop declared a day of Thanksgiving after volunteers murdered 700 Pequot people. And this included men, women, and children. Okay? Go look it up. Right, let's continue on. This incident is also often cited as the first official mention of a Thanksgiving ceremony. And is another commonly cited origin story for the Thanksgiving we know today. And this is what you, Jake, want to join yourself to, man. This is what you, Jake, are joining yourself to, man. You're feasting and celebrating, okay? Right along with Evil E, right? The slaughter of our people, man. But guess what? Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua is preparing this evil demon for blood, man. This is not going to go unanswered. You see? And Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua has raised up, okay, his men, real time, to what? Declare your ways to your face. You see that? Right before Yahweh Shai comes and repays you for what you have done. Let's go here. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. Salakia. It vexes the spirit, man. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 35. I'm going to stop from verse 1 and read down to the point. Moreover, the word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir and prophesy against it. And this is what we're doing real time, real quick. I mean, we understand, what this is going to do. But for edification, let all things be done unto edifying. Right? Let's go here. There's a lot of new listeners, a lot of new, men, women, and children coming into the faith daily. So let's get this. All right, when you go to this word, Mount Seir, right? In the blue letter Bible study dictionary, right? When you get this word Seir,
Strong's H 8165. Saith. Saith.
Right. It goes into what it means, hairy or shaggy. Esau grew into that. Hey, take the razor away from his lady, man, she'll look like a real time caveman. Now, when you go into this word Seir, right? Look at this, the land of Edom. Okay, south of the Dead Sea. And when you look it up in the biblical map, that's what you're gonna find out. Now we know Edom, pursuant to what's that? Is that Genesis 36? Esau is Edom. See, Esau is Edom. So when it's telling us to prophesy against Mount Seir, it's telling us to prophesy Salakia Aki Amanakwaf. Now, Salakia, I ended up clicking that when I went to go back. I wanted to go back here, and that popped up simultaneously. But it's all good. Now, when it's telling us to prophesy against Mount Seir, it's telling us to prophesy against Esau, Edom, man, the so-called white man. You see that? Primarily prophesy against Babylon the Great, because this is where he's resting his feet at and spewing out all his wickedness. You see? And this is where the northern and southern kingdom are being oppressed together, and where our blood has been shed at an immaculate rate. And this is where great judgment's coming. Okay, this is that lake of fire you can read about in Revelations chapter 19, 20, chapter 21. You see, this is that lake of fire. This is going to be that lake of fire, man. Hey, and the greatest deliverance is coming out of this land, man, the land of the North America, man. See, but prior to all that coming, we've been commanded what? To prophesy against Mount Seir, man. We've been commanded to prophesy against this nigga, against this nasty nigga, man. And prophecy means what? To say before. And we're telling you that you're going to be visited by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, regardless of what you do. Your visitation's coming upon you, man. You see, you have a date with destiny, man. And there's no way to get out of it. There's no way you can get out of it, man. Let's continue on and say unto it, thus saith the Lord power, behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee. See, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is against these Edomites, man. As much as it seems like he's with them, no, he set them up on a slippery slope. When you come into the congregation of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, like Asaph said in the Psalm of Asaph, the 73rd chapter, you understand their end. You come to understand that sword truly wasn't a blessing. It was really a curse. See? You come to understand these things, man. That Esau's plague. He's a cursed people. You see, the earth is against them. The sun is against them. You see that? He's the third part of man. He's the most profane nation. You come to understand these things when you come into the councils of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. See, he's against Mount Seir, right? And I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. You see that? Visitation, man. Visitation is coming. It's only a matter of time. Let me grab a quick precept. We're going to bounce right back. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49, and verse 8. And it reads, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. See, so there's a visitation coming. As much as Esau thinks he's going to erect, all right, this new world order, okay, in the form of this technologically advanced society where he shoves everybody in these 15-minute cities and throws a device in you to track you and control you. Hey, that's a feeble, desperate attempt, okay, to stay in a position of power, which is gonna, at the end of the day, it's gonna be shown to be a complete utter failure. Because Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is gonna visit you, man. See, there's no way around it. The visitation, it's written. Let's continue on. And Ezekiel 35 verse 4, I will lay thy cities waste. Whoo! I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am the Lord Yahweh. See, so you're going to come to the conclusion, hey, that you're not a God, and that there truly is a power, okay, in the clouds, okay, that controls everything, man. You see, even your diabolical mindset is being controlled by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And you're pretty much being set up for the okie doke, and you don't even know it. That's why in that same chapter in Jeremiah 49, it tells us, is there no more wisdom in Teman? Has their prudence perished, man? You see, because you can't even see that you're walking right into a snare. Why? Because pride has blinded you, man. You think that you got away, okay, with the massacre of us so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Oh, you sadly mistaken, man. You bastard. You're sadly mistaken. Because Yahweh Shai is coming. Let's keep going. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end, man. See that? As it tells us here. Let's go here real quick. The book of Zechariah, chapter 1, and verse 15. I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. And there's no one more at ease than these Edomites. They're chilling right about now. Hey, but they're scared too. Now they're coming into a time where they're scared now. That ease is wearing off. That's why you see on TikTok, these Edomites, a lot of these Edomites are on TikTok spewing out their emotions, man. And how they're stressed out and they can't take it. They can't get, they can't get ahead. They're making $2,000 a week and still can't make ends meet. You see, that American dream is diminishing day by day, week by week. You see? But there was a time where they were at ease, man, flexing. You know what I mean? But that's coming to an end. See? Let's get this. I am very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction, man. See? So here it is. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. He gave us into the hands of you demons for our transgressions because we offended, right? Broke the first covenant, right? We were disobedient, but Y'all went up, over, and beyond. You see? You were eating on Jake. Okay? You're doing all types of madness, man. Making clothing and shoes and furniture out of Jake, man. Just tripping. Completely tripping. But that's why we're reading about your visitation now. Back in Ezekiel 35. See? Let's get this. Ezekiel 35 and verse 6. Here's the point. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood. See that? Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood. And blood shall pursue thee. Why? Why, Lord? Why is blood going to pursue Esau, Edom? Seest thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee, man. You see that? Blood's going to pursue you. This is why when you Edomites, come with the plead the fifth, right? Plead the fifth. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was my forefathers. Well, guess what? The scriptures cover that. Because what you're going to find out is that you are your forefathers, man. Coming back in the reincarnation. This is why scripture says this, man. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children. For whose children? Evil E. It tells us in this chapter, thou hast fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, man. Going into these global elites, falling from their power. Falling from their position of power. Falling from that sovereign state. You see? And we know that the global elites are made up of who? These Amalekites, man. The chief house of Edom. Amalek. See that? Scripture's telling us that what? That the Lord's what? Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children, man. Why, Lord? For the iniquity of their fathers, man. Yeah, your forefathers, man. The founding fathers, as you Edomites like to say. For what your founding fathers have done, guess what? You're going to have to pay for it, man. Because again, ultimately, hey, you are your founding fathers coming back in the reincarnation. You niggas are here. You here. You see, and all those diabolical acts that you did, all right, in the past, they're going to come back to haunt you, man. That they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Yeah, ultimately in the eon to come, after you serve out your 1,000-year captivity, Obadiah 1:18 is going to come into fruition. You see? Where the house of Judah and the house of Ephraim, right, the house of Joseph, are going to become a fire, are going to be a fire and flame upon your ass, man. You see? And you're going to become the new definition of the word extinct. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalium La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Shalom.